Hey, what's up, you guys? Street Trader FX here, back with another video. So I know it's been a very long time. Just to start, there, it's been a very long time since I recorded a video. So just gonna quickly make this quick breakdown on GBP I'm always on Euro USD. So I took this GBP buy. I think it has to be during London because New York is about to start very soon. So we're just gonna quickly break it down and just as it a disclaimer or what, but I never really sent this one out to the group. Just for full transparency, I never really sent this one out because I think I've had more than 2 weeks without actually trading. Because during, like, when we're getting very close to the end of the year, usually there's low volatility, so I don't want anyone risking during these times. But then sometimes we can find volatility during the week, depending on whether we have high impact news or not. So what we're going to do right now is that we're going to break down this GBP buy, and I'm going to show you how to look for POIs. And basically I'm going to couple it with structure. So I'm just going to make it a very small video and showing you the entry which I should have taken and the target, right? So let me do this. So what we can see here is that price traded low, right? Price traded low, but then we saw this reaction. What led to this reaction? Usually what we expect whenever we are trading, we're trending, whenever we expect retracement, an old low, in my opinion, has to be taken out first, right? But in this case, we have this old low here on this time frame, right? But that does not mean that this is the only low that we're gonna see within this candle here, which is a weekly. There's daily candles, there's 4-hour candles for this week, right? So meaning that there's a possibility that we can see a swing low here, and then we can take it out to get a small retracement into this POI and possibly trade lower, continue trading lower, maybe trade back in here, right? And then continue the downtrend until we find a logical area to buy from. So what we're gonna do right now is that we're just going to simply mark out this low, which is the most significant one at this point, because if you look at structure like this, you can see that this is the one that we're close to, right? This is the one that we're close to. So fine, I'm just going to mark it up like that, and then we're going to go to the, just going to use the rewind button here, just going to go to the daily and look for the structure, POIs and all that. So we can see here on the daily, we only have this day, which on a 4-hour is going to be a swing low, but we just need to go to the 4-hour to see that. So I saw that we had this swing low here. We already mitigated this candle right here. We already mitigated this one. Already mitigated this one, and we got that upside move, right? So since all we mitigated this candle, there's no need for us to trade back here, to trade below here for that retracement that we're anticipating, right? We can look at what we have above this low, which is the swing low. So below the swing low, we need to see an imbalance somewhere around here, but we can see the imbalance that we had from this level has already been filled. Just quickly ball this one out. We can see that this imbalance has already been filled right here, right there. So we're gonna go to the lower time frame. So I went to the 2-hour. So on the 2-hour, what I saw was that we have this imbalance right here, and then the good thing is that it's still below the swing low that we need to see being taken out, right? It's still below the swing low. So let's just quickly see on the 1-hour, but I'm just gonna work with this one here on the 2-hour, but we can simply mark this one out as well. So let's get back to the 2-hour. And mainly what we wait for reactions, right? We wait for reactions and then extend to the right. We wait for reactions, and then from there, what the hell? From there, that's when we can start to understand. Yeah, so this is the imbalance right here, and this is the imbalance from the 1 hour, right? So let's quickly do this and cancel the replay button. So we can see here at this level, this is the swing low that we needed to see the market taking out, right? This is that swing low. That swing low, that imbalance is right here. So we can see we took out that swing low here, we traded into that imbalance, right? And then we got this reaction. Look at the energy of this move. So you can see that the energy of this move changed. It started becoming aggressive. So what do you need to see in order to take an entry? So we're going to use the 1 hour right now. You don't necessarily have to use the exact time frames, but then I'm just showing you the way that you can approach it. So you can see that we manipulated this low, and basically everything you can see. These templates here, I'll just label them as templates. I copied them from Avi, aka FX. He made them very simple because you'd find that sometimes you use a different thing, so you need to at least have something that you use which can always be the same way. So hopefully that makes sense, because I sounded stupid. So anyway, we manipulated this low, and then we broke the structure here. We broke the structure there with a candle closure, which is here, and then we left this inducement here. We left this inducement, right? And then we traded a bit high, and then we came back for that inducement. We traded again into that imbalance, and then we traded high. But then my buys were somewhere around here. So let's just quickly see where price traded into when it was trading low, because obviously it has to be between, price, if you are correct with your POI, if you selected the correct POI, just like this one in this case, the low that it made when it traded into that POI to then break the structure, it should not violate it, because if it does violate it, it means that the POI that you chose isn't correct, right? So let's just quickly go to the 30-minute just to see where this one bought from within this candle. If we don't see anything, it means that we have to use a lower time frame. So you can see the break of structure happened here. So the M15, we don't see anything. The M5, but you can see it still reacted from that imbalance, right? So here, what we can see is that from the the M5, I think, that's when we saw this imbalance right there. This imbalance, right? So I'm only making this video because I want you to study during the holidays. That's why I like being a lot more transparent. So you can see we have this imbalance right here. After we got this reaction, you don't really need to buy here from this imbalance, right? You can buy here, and then it can shoot straight lower and take you out with a big loss. So you just wait for it to show you where it wants to go after choosing your high time frame POI. So fine, we got this M5 here. Price came back to take out this inducement right here, right? Manipulation here, break of structure here, inducement, entry here, right? Entry there. So let's just quickly check the pip range, 14 pips. So if you would have wanted to take it, it's still a good trade. This is GBPUSD. It has what do you call them? What is that? Could have taken it here. Sorry about that. And then your target being these highs right there. Equal highs, 1:5, easy, right? So this isn't the trade which I took. I think I'm gonna have a bit of a flu. I don't know what it is, but it is what it is, man. So the one that I took was after we got this move, right? Because after we got this move, what I saw was that fine, we broke the structure here, we traded higher, we then tried to mitigate this candle, but we could have possibly mitigated that 50% of the imbalance right here. As you can see, the reaction right there, could have reacted from there, and then we traded higher to break the second structure here. Broke the second structure there, we got this reaction to push higher, but then initially where I wanted to buy, and that's where I bought, with my SL below this area right there. I think I bought somewhere around here, not really sure, somewhere around there with my SL here, because I wasn't really confident since I took a lot of time away from the charts. So let me just quickly check the entry level. It's around 143. It's a bit higher. So inputs 43, yeah, somewhere around here. 1:5 above these highs. That's a 1:5 right there. So how should you have taken this trade, or how should I have taken this trade? Well, with me, since I was busy, but if I wasn't, this is how I should have taken it, right? We broke the structure here, we traded higher, we created this inducement. We're not really sure if it's an inducement because we don't see any imbalance at this level. But what we should see in order for us to consider it as an inducement, we need to see an imbalance below this swing low that we anticipate price to take out, right? So that's the M30. We're going to go to the M15. And this will actually give you a good RR once you get good at it, you know. So let's see. Yeah. So here on the M15, we don't really see anything, but we did see price coming back here. So let's see on the M5. So on the M5, what we see is that we have this candle right here with a swing low right here. You could have been very aggressive and taken the trade here, but like I said, I was busy, wasn't really on the charts, never really sent this one out to the team. So yeah, it is what it is, but you know, you can't catch them all. So you could have either taken it here, which would be a high risk trade, but then every trade is always high risk because you never know what's going to happen. So this was during London with the 18 pip SL 1.8, I mean. So you could have either chosen 2.5 pips, 5 pips, doesn't really matter, whatever that you're comfortable with, right? Could have taken it here, target being these highs right there, target being these highs, still 1:11, right, during London session. So if let's say you missed the trade here, this is how you should look at it. Manipulation here. What the hell? Manipulation. Break of structure here. Small little inducement right here. It's not really the cleanest, but then yeah. Small little inducement there. And then you have your buy area right here. Have your buy area right there. If you want to go to the M3, that's your choice. You can do that just to see whether you can get a decent RR. So if you wanted to take it from there, you could have decided to take it from there. So let's see, entry there, SL there. Yeah, I've been really sick, so let's see, target there. This one would have been 1:16. So you just like what's most important is waiting for the right time, right? The right time of day. This was during London. So during London, what you need to look for, right? Just to give you a framework of how to look for trades. What you need to look for: do you have equal highs? Do you have liquidity which you can target during that session? Is it like within a 25 to 50 pip range? Yes or no? So if you answer all your questions with yes, depending on whether you can see liquidity, is it within like a 50 pip range, can you target it easily within that session? If they are all yeses, then you need to look at the structure. Where can I buy during the London Open? Where can I take the sell? What is it showing me right now? What do I need to look for when I look for a trade? Like all those things you need to keep in mind. So yeah, this is the trade which I took on. No, that's not the one. I took it around here, 4-3. So I took it around 4-3. So yeah. With that said, I'll see you guys soon. Talk to you soon. Peace. Just need to take the screenshot right here because I gotta save it. I'm out.